there has been, of course, one pretty significant transfer uh, concerning South American footballers, and the biggest South American footballer, Lionel Messi, finally revealing where he will be playing his football. It's not going to be still with PSG. It's not going to be a return to Barcelona. Instead, he's going to become the face of Major League Soccer. And Tom, it's probably actually not that much of a surprise when you consider what the actually available options were. The PSG door looked well and truly shut with the relation with the supporters. Barcelona's financial mess made it impossible, even if that's where he wanted to go. Not really too strong a desire to go and explore other European options, and in truth, quite a difficult move to manufacture to other European clubs, really leaving the big money from Saudi Arabia, which is one of the big targets, or the main stories from this transfer window, and the Inter move, which of course has been there for a while. Miami have been courting Messi for quite some time. So he's got that move, and it will be now very interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it definitely feels like a bit of a changing of the guard in Europe, with a lot of the guys who have dominated football for the last decade or two moving on to different pastures, and Messi being, the at the forefront of that. And yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that he's not just followed the money, albeit I'm sure there's plenty of money on the table in Miami as well. But he's, not just joined the kind of Saudi revolution that's kind of happening. And I think and probably just from a purely selfish point of view, it's a league that's probably got a bit more visibility that I'm more likely to be tuning into. And, you know, these players have got to wind down their career, and he's still got plenty more to give, as he showed at the World Cup. But realistically, at the very, very top level of European football, you have to be building an entire squad around him to sort of make up for the lack of running that he's likely to do. And to be honest, I don't think there's many, top teams that are necessarily willing to do that. Barcelona would have been a great sort of return, and a nice way to say goodbye to the fans properly. But clearly, with the statement that Laporta and the club put out, it was, just shows how unserious they were, trying to put the blame on Messi more than anything, when clearly it was them who didn't have the means to put together a package that was going to be amenable. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how it all works. A shame that Phil Neville's not involved in the Messi story, but I think it all points to kind of focus sort of moving towards that part of the world for the upcoming World Cup. And who knows, if he keeps himself in good nick, then there might be kind of a player coach role for the Argentina national team to come on and jog around for 15 minutes at the next World Cup, which I'd be all for.
Yeah, well, no Phil Neville, Tata Martino reunited with Messi in Miami, and the pair of them have got quite a job on their hands. Inter Miami, arguably the weakest team in the entire league. So Messi coming in at this stage of the season with his debut to come later on this month, hoping that he can turn around the fortunes. I mean, I think for the sake of the league as well, who have given every incentive to bring Messi in, it's absolutely crucial that he makes Inter Miami, at the very least, a playoff team. Otherwise, it's a bit of a marketing disaster if they have Messi and he doesn't even play for the business end of the season.